YouTube? This is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the High-Grade Universal Sentry, or HGUC, GM Command Space Type. Now this is the High-Grade Universal Sentry number 51, which is basically before number 52, the HGUC Marsai, where the Marsai had a lot of improvements. And despite that, this being number 51, yeah, this is also one of those kits that's begging for a revive version. Because this is basically almost the same build or same structure as the GM Cold Districts type. So once again, this is one of those really old high-grade kits, and it's one of the very cheap ones. I bought this in Japan. Well, the price tag said it's 551 yen, but I even got a more discount on that, so I even got it more cheaper. Now that's the thing about these kits. It's not always expensive. They're also really cheap kits if you know what you're dealing with. Anyway, yeah. This kit is basically old. It's basically the old style main basic structure, so it really begs and screams for a revived version. So let's get on to the review. First, what you get is basically what you see is what you get. You get a beam rifle, you get the kit itself, a shield, you get two beam saber hilts, which actually goes on to the back skirt or on top or whatever. You get a extra open hand, only on for the left side. You get a built-in or molded beam saber hand, which a lot of people don't like. However, there's another good thing to mention about this. I'll get into that later. You get a extra shield handle, which I really don't understand why, but they do give you one extra. You get some extra polycaps left, and finally a small sticker sheet. Despite being all useful, you would think that this would take a lot of stickers, but they're all red stickers. Okay, now on to the review. Well, let's start with the articulations on the head. The head is pretty well done or well built considering its age. There's no stickers that goes on to the head, and I really like the color of the visor. I really prefer visors and mono eyes. However, it's very stiff. There's no polycap inside the head. Well, the neck is a polycap, but however, because of that, it's pretty stiff. It can go down that much, up that much. You don't really see the difference. And 360, not really possible. I don't know why, but something's either blocking it or it's just too stiff. And also, there's another antenna onto the side, which usually you see an antenna on the head, but this one's pretty different. So that's pretty much it for articulations on the head, and also that chin and red part on the head, those are separate pieces. Very well done. Also, one thing interesting is that despite this being a GM command type or space type, it's not really mass produced. Only a few of them were built, and because of their price, I believe. So this never got to be mass produced as far as I know. Okay, now let's go on to the arms. Now the arms are not your typical ball joint, but just normal pegs, and these are built-in pegs. So there's no movement on like back and forward movement like you see in modern high-grade kits. I think I'll take off the shield for now, just in case. Very tight connection. So the arms are 90 degrees bent because they're not really. There's no like inner frame, but this basically clips on this part arm actually clips on to this part, so that's how it connects. Pretty interesting connection that you don't really see these days. And so there's only 90 degrees bend considering its age. It's pretty much, acceptable. It can go out 90 degrees out front, and 360 is no problem at all. And your hands are typical ball jointed hands. I don't know why, but these hands kind of look big for the kit. And also you get a additional connector for the shield. Each arm has a hole for that, so you can connect on either side, and I'll explain how the shield goes on to the arm later. Let's get the backpack. There's nothing too special on the backpack. If you want to make it look anime or game accurate, you need to color the insides red. And there's like a lot of thrusters on the back. Now here's where I explain this part, where there are actually two types of GM command types out there. This is the space type, and there's the other one, which is the ground type version. It's basically a different color and a different backpack. So that's the only difference, and the weapon, of course, and the main weapon, where this one has a beam gun, that one has a bullpup machine gun. Now, basically, according to Gundam Wiki, this version is more a lightweight version because they tried to make it lightweight for more maneuverability. But that also explains all the thrusters being in all positions where it can move freely in space in any position. So if you don't like this color, there is like a more brownish color of this version called the GM Command. I think that's either just the GM Command normal type or like ground type, whatever. So there's two types, and either way, you won't be disappointed if you don't mind the fact that it's kind of old. So yeah, let's get back to the review. And for the body part, now all these gray sections here are all separate pieces. So they're all color separation. So you basically put a gray piece inside the body, and you're good to go. So because the body is connected to a peg to the waist, there's no movement back and forth. It's not connected to a ball joint, and 360 is not really recommendable because you will knock off the part where it's holding the beam sabers. So pretty much, yeah, limited articulation. And for the front skirt, I believe you can move it a little bit in front, and there goes the beam saber. That's as far as you go. The side skirt, don't move that much, and because if you lift this up, the legs can go about 90 degrees up front. There's no side swivel or any additional pieces, so about, like, how should I say this, about 40 degrees is as far as you go. Oh, and the bending part can go front 90. It's, well, yeah, you can bend 90 degrees, so I'm assuming this is not considered as a double jointed leg. Also, the feet are a pretty interesting connection where usually there will be a ball joint on top, where this is like staring back, and you connect it to a ball joint inside, a polycap in the leg. So pretty interesting. Okay, so that's the basics. Now let's get on its equipment. So I explained the shield. The way how the shield works is that basically you attach, actually, yeah, there's this ball joint and there's a polycap here on the shield. You just attach it, and technically it's supposed to handle. Yeah, you turn it, and so it goes into the handle. That's pretty much it. And there goes the weapon. Okay, one thing that some people might need to color, or it's kind of must, is this part on the shield where it comes in entirely white. I colored it in gold, Gundam gold marker. I still need to fix that up. I'm still like working on it. I'm still like not used to painting or coloring, so sorry about the messy coloring. And also, if you see mine, this is not from the kit. This decal is actually from another master grade, I believe, so just ignore that part. Okay, now as I mentioned, the only beam saber you get actually is this part, so but there's a good news on that. But before that, let me look at the rifle. Now this is the beam rifle. I do like its concept. However, this comes in entirely gray, the same gray color you see on the weapon. So this part here, the red, white, and red is what I colored. I used a metallic red, normal white, and then another metallic red on the front. It was kind of tricky, and I still need to clean up some mess. So yeah. However, the good part is that unlike the GM Cold Districts type, this has no problem holding it. You just need to slide it in and you're good to go. It's kind of wobbly, but considering that it can hold it properly or not, even in an awkward position, that's good. That's fine by me. Because the GM Cold Districts type, it's machine gun, yeah, it's really awkward and difficult to handle it. And I almost forgot that the arms also have your typical 360 twist as well, if you guys are wondering. Okay, now for the beam sabers. Now, if you don't like this part, you can take out the beam saber, and then if you have an extra beam saber effect from the High Grade Universal Century era, this one is from the HGUC Nemo I have. It came with 2 beam saber effects. So what you can do is just attach it to here, and you're good to go. It actually worked. But the other problem is that you only get a trigger finger for the right hand, so you might need to get an extra hand, but it can hold in no problem at all if you're fine with the trigger hand as well. the way how this connects is that there's this peg on the back skirt. So all you need to do is just push it in, and you're good to go. Of course, the more you touch this, they might become a little bit loose time to time. So just letting you guys know. Anyway, this was the review of the HGUC GM Command Space Type. Now, once again, this is a very basic build considering its age, and it has a lot of limitations in its articulations. However, in terms of design, it looks very nice. I wouldn't mind getting both of the versions. Also, if you don't like the color, you have another option of getting the ground type, or the other version as well. So thank you for watching. I recommend this for anybody. I mean, its build is pretty simple and easy, and I recommend it for any builder, beginner, or any fans of the Federation out there. However, it would be very nice if they would consider making a revived version of this, or even a master grade version of this. I would love to get a master grade version of this. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked this video or enjoyed it, please like my videos, and also subscribe to my channel. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out of, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time!